The science of agriculture, the land, the seeds, and the man.
Agricultural survival.
They have represented me with the worst image, but I know without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in ignorance.
The man.
I Chelasway, I say, any country that use.
Hi, I'm your host tonight on What Matters at the Roundtable. Stanley West McPherson, July the 11th, 2017. We're live on Pegasus, 7:30. You can tune in tonight on Channel 13. We're officially on Spectrum. Time Warner Cable, Spectrum is definitely in the building. So now, when I send you to the website, I'll be sending you to Spectrum. So that's where you'll go. But right now, you can call in area code 607-272-0319. You might have something to say. You might want to get in on a discussion tonight. But if you miss tonight, you can pick us up on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. or Thursday morning at 10:30 a.m. or Sunday at 3:30 p.m. But you can catch us live tonight, 7:30 on Pegasus, Channel 13. We're also up on Pegasus website, so you can see the show there as well. If you want to go to that link, you go there as well. But I want to give the shout outs to Chela from the Bronx, CM Honeys. Yes, she has a DVD and you can get it on Spectrum. You can go there and you can get all her material. She's featuring there. She is truly a honey. She also has Chocolate Models. Chocolate Models, you got 31 issues, and you can go there, Spectrum, and get all you want. And she's there with her DVDs and with all kinds of materials. She's there. She also has Straight Stunning magazine, issue number 45. You can go there at Spectrum. Don't get it from me. Go to Spectrum. She's there. Also, she's dealing Saturday morning with the Looney Tunes. The kids get up and get breakfast. They don't even go to breakfast. They run right straight to the tube, and look right at the Looney Tunes. That's where they go. She can be on a cereal box near you. Chela from the Bronx. She also has 2 more issues that's coming out. And this one here is sexyassladies.com. This is also a video about 20 to 25 minutes. You can go on Spectrum and you can get it. You can get this in June. Actually, it came out in June, so now it's July, so you can go on Spectrum and get it. It's about 20 to 25 minutes, and you can have it. Don't get it from me. Get it from her. Also, this is her 10th anniversary of Straight Stunning magazine. Yes, this magazine came out as well, and you can have it, and it's on Spectrum. So you go on Spectrum and you see all of her materials. That's where it's at, Spectrum. Also, I want to give the shout outs to Jackie at Sally's. I'm still trying to catch up with Jackie. Also, Ashley and Jean, Lorraine, and Anna. All those are at the mall. And we definitely want to give a shout out to you. And if you want a shout out, all you have to do is see us around and about. We give you a shout out as well. Don't forget, we give everybody a direct link. If you want a direct link, you can get it. And this is how you get it. You get it by we sending you a direct link, or you get in contact with my email or my phone number, and you can get a direct link. Don't forget, we have links all around the world we send links to. We send links to Seneca, and she's all the way in Turkey. We also send one to Roy, and guess where he's at? Yes, he's in India. Then we send one to Chase, Jacob's cousin, and he's in Lebanon, okay? And one of our crew members, Irene, she's in London, England. So guess what? It don't matter where you at. We can send you a direct link, okay? So we have people all over. Kimberly in Texas, she gets a direct link, and she responds to that link. So you can have a link as well to send it to your phone or your tablet. So guess what? All around the globe, you can get it. We can send it right to you. So guess what? If you want to be a part of this program, get on this train, you can. Also here with me, co-host Milton Webb. Milton, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Stan. How you doing?
Good. We just want to let people know that the holidays is over.
Yeah.
And we ate good, and guess what?
Ooh.
Now we back to fighting. Yeah, the work is, never
back.
done.
The work is here.
So
we on it.
yeah, we just let people know that we was definitely here to support a living wage, and we also want to let Pete Myers know that every time that we into this action, he is there, and so we just wanted to let him know that he is still the manager of this Tompkins County's Worker Center,
Sure.
and this program that we're running now for this living wage, and it's it's taking off, and he said he's got 101 certified employees. Okay, so that's good to show that he's on the ball. He's making this move to let people know that hey, Tompkins County is a certified living wage employer, and this is what we want.
That's right.
And we want this for not just the city, but the county. We want this all over. So
Yeah.
we trying to get this thing, up and running.
That's right.
We just want to. We still have some more clips, and so we want to show how Pete Myers kicked it off at the Legislative Health and Human Resource Service. So play that clip, number one.
My name is Pete Myers. I live in the city of Ithaca in Carroll Chalks District. What I just gave to Anna, she's going to get to everybody.
I will proudly claim you, Pete.
Yeah, we're proud to have you as our legislator. The petitions that have thus far been signed, close to 3,000 signatures on petitions in support of everybody being paid a living wage in Tompkins County. Just for those of you who don't know much about the Worker Center, about this campaign, I'm not going to presume that everybody does, is that we started in 2003 paraprofessionals campaign. Paraprofessionals are making way below a living wage. We worked with the union and got them a living wage within 2 years. It actually took a long time to get that living wage. We started a Walmart living wage campaign a couple years later when Walmart moved in 2005. And my big story, I know I'm speaking to some people who heard the rally already, but kind of a formative experience, even though at that time I was 43 or 44 years old, was a young woman coming up to the table, our organizing table in the Commons, and saying to me, I work at Walmart, and I don't deserve any more than the $7 an hour I'm being paid. To me, that was, it just really convicted me in the heart of we're not really going to change things around until we can really get workers to see, for us to collectively see what we're worth. And it's not like we're worth only dollars and money and cash and stuff. But I mean, does your employer have respect for you if they're not paying you, a decent wage? I really have to question that, and I think we have a society that's based on a lot of low-wage work, and that needs to be changed around. Suffice to say, you can imagine why we're here today. We're here basically to propose to this committee, Health and Human Services, this is our first entrance into the county legislature. I don't imagine, as Anna Chela said, this is going to be a one and done, and then next week we're going to have a county-wide living wage for every single worker. I know I'm not stupid, it's not going to happen that quickly. But we want it to happen quickly, and but I think there is amount of patience, but there's an amount of pushing that needs to happen at the same time. It's going to be kind of a dialectic between the two. I think there are a lot of people that are living on poverty wages right now, and that's unacceptable. If you look at, also to consider that the Ithaca area MSA is actually very expensive to live in. It's actually the highest upstate. And it's actually the 8th most expensive place in the country for a family of 4, according to the Economic Policy Institute. Really the call here, and everybody's here because we would like to see this issue advance on the agenda as we go forward. We do understand there's interlocking issues as well with housing, and I'm glad that this is happening today. And I really want to thank everybody who came out today on behalf of this campaign, because it helps me to know that this campaign is bigger than just the Worker Center. There's a lot of people who I've not seen here before, not seen in my life. So, we're going to up the ante, the Worker Center, and a lot of like-minded organizations I know in the community, and I thank you all for being here. Thanks.
So I want to call Stanley McPherson from Tompkins County. Stanley, my dear.
Anna?
It's all you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, we're back. We definitely want to let you know that this is why we're involved with this program, because we had the governor to tell our manager to tell us to hush hush.
Yeah.
So they were trying to apply pressure. So we had to get our managers back, Pete Myers, because we're saying no, that's not happening. So we had to, we had to upgird our own manager, because we was telling him, we're not going, we're not doing what they say, because we know they ain't helping nobody, right. And they sure wasn't. And so that's why we can say that Pete Myers is our manager. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Of Tompkins County Worker Center, because we was the body, and we was not allowing this governor to tell us and try to apply pressure, okay?
Right.
And he was lying from the beginning. That's the whole thing about it. He lied to these people up here in Ithaca, telling them he gonna give them 15, gave these people $12.50. Okay? He's a clown. This guy is a clown. I love this father, but this guy is nothing like his father. And I don't, this is, hey, this is crazy. He ain't helping nobody.
It's easy to talk and try to get people to get on your bandwagon like they did Stanley and I. But we sat back and we looked at it like, hey, wait a minute, I'm not doing that, because something about that ain't right. And Stanley and I sat down and we talked about it. It was like, well, we're not going to do that because he's a politician. What happens if he messes around, folds up, and start going backwards? All right, so that's Stanley and my name out there now telling you guys, believe him, and then all of a sudden he crossed you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now where would that put Stanley and I? So right from the jump, Stanley and I was like, no, we ain't doing that. We ain't going through that. We ain't doing that. Because of the simple fact, his track record leads us and lets us know he's liable to back up at any time. And our train don't go in reverse.
Thank you.
It only goes forward. So we wasn't trying to get on his bandwagon. We wasn't trying to get into his party. We have our own party. All right, Stanley West McPherson, Milton Webb, and Pete Myers. We got our own party. we doing what we need to do. In Ithaca, New York, we're trying to get a living wage for people to live. He's going to tell you he's going to give you $15. $15. And then when all the smoke cleared and people got finished signing, dotting the I's and crossing the T's, you only had $12.50. So what happened to the rest of the money? This is why Stanley and I didn't get on his train. This is why we didn't ride. We ride our own train. We do our own thing. We say what we say and we do what we say. We're not going running off on nobody else's train because we don't know what they're going to do, but we know what we're going to do.
That's right. And off the top, this guy was, he was selling, votes. He was trying to get in the seat again. So he's been lying to people to try to get in to get himself up there in ratings, money. Okay, so he wasn't thinking about you. He wasn't thinking about the people. He wasn't thinking about none of that. Only thing he was thinking about was to try to get what he was promoting. Okay, and that's we wasn't about that. We're not about putting him up there and going running with him. Nope, we didn't start running with him, and we ain't gonna finish running with him. But guess what? This is what we want to let you know, is that, don't forget, we help people. We know a lot of people, homeless people, they got these programs and they telling people, oh, well, you could get in these programs, but you got to stay out in the street for one day, one night, this and that, to be qualified for these programs, and they give DSS money and stuff like that for that, so we trying to help people all across the board, homeless people, it's things that, the government gives money for. And so we know why they give the money, and we know why the people don't get the money, okay, because it's a sham. They keep the money, they lose your credentials, they do all kind of crazy, stupid stuff. I got a clip that I want you to see. Run that clip.
Any questions about that?
Nope.
Okay.
You can take them after.
Yes, I have a question about that. Can I have an answer?
Should we take questions now, or?
We usually don't, but
Okay. I'm sorry, I asked, and I'm sorry, but I know I gotta talk a little bit fast, so I'm sorry. I did.
we typically don't have room, but I will take no.
Thank you.
Sorry.
The question I want to ask is, the federal government saying that you have to be in the street, you have to be somewhere to participate in this program. Now, my question to you is, if it's frigid, if it's 20 below zero, and you got to stay outside to get to this program, you might not live to make that program.
Hold on, let me stop you right there. Really
Because
quick.
you know why? Because of their mandate to say that I got to be outside.
Honey, it's different. Yeah.
No, it can't be different.
No, it is.
Let her talk.
Let me.
No, you said.
Hold on. There's a different
Yeah.
with when it's cold and it's under 30 degrees than everybody.
You got to say that, because you didn't say that. You said, I got to be outside. And I'm over here thinking and say, hold up, I know people, homeless people died in the street, frigid, because they had nowhere to go.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yep.
So this is what I'm saying. They should have changed that. The federal government should have said, no. We don't want nobody to be frigid to get to this program.
Thank you. We're going to let her continue.
What's the temperature below which we need to?
32 degrees.
I want to address the federal government on this.
Okay. No, that's a very valid point, but we do have the cold weather policy, which states that when it's 32 degrees or below, every person seeking shelter has to be provided shelter, and the rescue mission has done an amazing job over the past several years of being able to provide shelter. And I know for sure that over this winter, for the cold weather policy, if I'm not mistaken, Rich Bennett has told us that between 5 to 7 people were permanently housed. People who had formerly been living, who had formerly been unsheltered and living on the street had been housed based on the permanent weather, the cold weather policy, which enables them to come into the rescue mission or other safe havens and have access to services. But what I was saying about that, which is again a very valid point, is that in order to be able to access permanent supportive housing programs that are provided via HUD, the rescue mission, emergency shelters have different requirements.
So you see, we see the government, they got so much money and programs and stuff, and they want you to jump through all kind of hoops to get in it, to be qualified, and, you know, to be on the street, you know, 20 below, just to make some doggone program to be qualified is absurd. This is crazy, you know. And DSS, they get all kinds of money for these programs, and then here's the catch with DSS. You go and file paperwork with them, they lose your paper, important documents that you have given them, and then you file again your paperwork, then they come up and tell you they lost it again. Well, why are they losing your personal papers and identification? That's identity theft. Somebody, if they lose your stuff, somebody can get your stuff and act like they're you, impersonate you. Why? Because they said they lost it. Why are they losing stuff? They get money for these programs to help people, and they losing people's documents? Hey, what's up with this?
You know, being a professional, I don't understand this. Now, I know personally they lost this young lady's personal stuff twice. The first time they lost it, they told her she had to do it over because they can't find it. They lost it. So she went down there and she did it again. Then they told her again, well, you got to come back. We can't find it. Did you? She goes, look, I did this twice. Why am I keeping doing this and you guys ain't doing nothing about it? You know, you're not trying to even find it. That's my social security number. That's my daughter's social security number. That's all of our stuff right there that you guys done lost twice.
Yeah.
So what are you doing that you're losing all of this stuff down at DSS? And then when you don't mess around there and the people don't turn the papers in because you lost them and they got fed up and bored and saying, I'm not doing it no more, then you want to cut them off. You want to take away their food stamps. You want to take away their insurance. All right, but these people need that help. So why are you losing their stuff down there at DSS? I'm not saying everybody's doing this, but I know for a fact that there's a couple people that go to DSS that need that help to where they're losing their information. The one girl came to me and she said, I don't know what to do. She has a child. What is she supposed to do? When you, DSS, lose their papers, and then all of a sudden you don't do nothing to try to rectify it, to even find out if it went to another department or if somebody else got it by mistake, just come down and fill it out again.
Yeah.
You're not looking for the papers.
No.
You're not trying to find the papers. It's easier for you to have them fill it out. So therefore now all of a sudden, where they're supposed to have been up here 2 weeks ago, they're back 3 weeks now. All right, they get back so many weeks, then you want to cut them off.
No.
And then when you cut them off, they ain't got nothing.
We remember that in the recycling center, we found many people personal identification.
Yes.
Okay? Right?
Still are.
Thank you.
Still are.
That's exactly what they do. So that means that it went from that place, from point A to point B, because how did it get down to C? You see what I mean? So we know what they are doing with people's personal identity, you know, and this is identity theft, fraud, you know, come on, people can use people's identification. That's why people don't like to give no one their personal information. That's because right. of these things that happen. You know, they lose people's stuff. They say they throw it away. They say, oh, we lost it. Somebody stole it. Guess what? Ain't nobody stole it. Nobody lost it. You careless with someone else's identity, but you won't be careless with your own. You know, and so this is why we are saying that's a no-no. And we're going to get more back to that. But our time is up. And so what? We're going back to the shout-outs. We got Chela, sexyassladies.com. This is a video, came out in June, and it's on Spectrum, Time Warner Cable. So you can go on Spectrum and you can see it. She's got a DVD for about 20 or 25 minutes, and you can get it. She also has Straight Stunning magazine issue. This is her 10th anniversary. And so she's been with this industry 10 years. So you can get this on Spectrum, okay? She also, Saturday mornings with the Looney Tunes. The children get up early in the morning. Guess what? They don't go to breakfast. They go right to the tube and watch the Looney Tunes. She can be on a cereal box near you. Chela from the Bronx. Also, she's got Straight Stunning magazine, issue number 45. And you can get it from Spectrum. All you want, get it from Spectrum, not me. Chocolate Models, issue number. She's got 31 issues here. And guess what? You can have all the issues. And believe me, you want them too. She also has CM Honeys by Chocolate Models. Also, this is a DVD. You can get this as well on Spectrum. She is a CM Honeys. Truly is a honey. And we want to give the shout outs to Jackie at Sally's. And we saw Ashley at the mall. And we saw Lorraine. And we saw Jean and Anna. So we want to give those shout outs in the mall. And guess what? We'll give you a shout out too if you want one. We'll see you next week.
Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what here, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food happy in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap. All human beings start embrace that. There is no solution in this pollution. Them only mission is to create era than then. After election, them cut them one. Get a youth, take this message from this Rasta man. I and I. The gun and make we farm up the ground. You know see from what here, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food happy in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap. All human beings start embrace that. There is no solution.